told him to remain.
Okay. Yeah, the session is now on recording. So, in the last two lessons, we looked at, first, we try to understand what is AI. So we've treated AI, and yeah. And secondly, we try to understand what is prompt engineering, to know different types of prompt engineering, because we want to become a prompt engineer, AI prompt engineer. And tonight is going to be our third lesson. So we're going to look at what is prompt, going to understand what is prompt, anatomy of a good prompt, how a good prompt is going to look like when you have a good prompt. So the ability of you to interact with AI and get output out of AI, that is prompting. So prompt is a crafted text. Call it text, natural language. This time is natural language, not that kind of code. Crafted natural language we use to get the best out of AI. So it's all about let's say prompt like a marketing strategy. So the ability, if you have two marketers, one marketer can generate up to 200 leads in a day, while some marketers are struggling to even get one lead. Both of them are marketers. So it depends on your sweet tongue. How do you sell your idea to the AI? That will determine what the AI is going to bring out for you. And the mistake so many of us are making, they think that AI is a magician. That once you say AI, I want a book, AI will go and bring all the book in the whole world started. No, you must be specific. The more specific, the more detailed you are about what you want, the more results you get. And AI is just an assistant. It's not an alien that or spirit that so many of us are thinking is a spirit. It can do anything. It can't do anything. It's based on what we want AI to do. That is what AI is going to do for us. And for AI to do magic for you, you need to do it through prompting. So, yeah. So looking at what we have, we concluded the last lesson by giving this assignment. We need to have a course rep, that we follow up a lot of activities. That's how all my classes, how we progress. If we say we're going to have assignment and I forgot to post it or all the admins here, then a course rep should take it up, make sure that if we have an assignment, that assignment is delivered, anything, any note or anything is done, that it should be the person pushing for the class to make sure that the class got the best. Yeah, I have to admit my table is always full. I try as much as I can to make sure that we deliver. But to deliver highest, I always have course reps. Like this assignment, I promise nobody followed it up and it remained the way we left it, last time. So this is the assignment I gave. So this is a reusable template for cover letter. I said, use this reusable template to get a cover letter, because you are going to be creating a lot of templates. Reusable prompt template. This is a prompt, but you can see here a company, so it's not a full prompt. You say job title, you say location, you say XPAs, you say your role or relevant role. You can see that all you need to do here is fill in your information here, and this can generate exactly a beautiful cover note, no matter your job role, no matter your industry, no matter your. So that is what this is. You don't need to go start asking anybody to write a cover letter for you, or you don't need to go and copy somebody a cover letter that has been there. Once you use this, then it becomes originally your own cover letter. Yeah, you use the template, but it's going to be originally yours. Nobody is going to have it. It's going to be you. That is the purpose of prompt templates. If you use it, you hardly see AI generate two different types of idea. So no matter how similar, it's still going to be different. So that is it. And when I applied this cover letter, this is what I got when you use it. For instance, here you see, write a professional cover letter for project coordinator, CRM automation at 65.com, a Nigerian, London-based digital bank. So the cover letter here is, I have 1 year experience working as a project coordinator on a CRM implementation project where I supported planning, track progress, and coordinated between technical and business team. I've used tools like Jira and Microsoft Planner, and I've practiced practical knowledge of Dynamics 365. I'm highlight my strong communication and strong management skill, and my interest in fintech and process automation, and cover, on this last need to be edited out, and the cover with enthusiasm for the opportunity and willingness to contribute to the team success. So this how, just give me a moment. I need to switch on off the heater in my house. It's really burning. A moment. Yeah, sorry about that. It's really burning here. So So this is like what a prompt and a prompt template and the outcome. So you can use a prompt template to get any kind of work done, like create a CV, create cover letter. So we have to go back and do it. So I'm going to share, now with a bit settled, I'm going to share this notes. I'm going to show all the other notes and all the videos so that we can get started. So that is, that's it. And let's not waste it because we've already wasted time here and I have another class by 8:30. So let's try to understand the anatomy of a good prompt. How does a good prompt looks like based on tonight's topic, what we've got tonight. So what is prompt? What is a prompt? A good prompt is the foundation for high quality AI output. It's called prompt. That is the name. So it guides model clearly, efficiently, and with purpose. Is very, very good to understand how to craft this prompt. Once you craft a good prompt, then there's nothing you cannot do with AI. There's nothing you cannot do with AI if you know how to craft prompts. So these are some of the key attributes, characteristics of a good prompt. A good prompt must be very clear, extremely clear. That is clarity. The prompt should be easy to understand with no vague or ambiguous language. It must be very clear. Let's look at these two prompts. You see the one is poor and one is good. The one that is poor is, tell me something about AI. So if going to AI will always respond. It will always respond. And how it is like, I'll give you a clear example of what AI looks like. How many of us have used piano before? How many of us use piano? Okay. Anytime, okay, that's good. So, is there any way anytime you press piano or it will not produce noise? It must produce a sound, true or false? Piano must always produce a sound. Anytime, even if my 2-year-old boy go and press a piano, it must make a sound. But when you have a professional playing piano, you see everybody will even start crying. You become emotional. You can even touch your emotion, even the praise, even the hardest person. The melody of the piano can melt anybody when a professional. So what is the difference? The difference is the other person pressing piano is not a professional. The other person pressing piano is a professional. But anytime you press piano, there must be a sound. It's exactly the way AI is. Anytime somebody go into AI, type something, AI must respond. So don't say that I can always use AI. Yes, like everybody can use piano. But that is because you can use piano, you can press piano and a sound came out, doesn't make you a pianist. So that is it. So that is the way it works. So, and that's the clear explanation of why we are getting different results when you. So look at a good prompt here. Explain what artificial intelligence is in the simple terms for a 10-year-old. So he's going to explain it in that even a 10-year-old boy will understand what AI is. It's going to be detailed and it's going to be very simple in an explanation, and the AI will act like a human while explaining it and be patient. It's just like explaining it to a 10-year-old boy. You need to be patient when you are teaching this kind of people. If I'm teaching people in primary school and I'm teaching you people, it will not be the same because you guys are adults. But then I will have to be extremely patient. Some of them will be saying A, they will be saying B. Some of them, you will tell them, do this, the person will start crying. If you didn't beat the person, you didn't use harsh words. You just say, write your name, you start crying. So that is it. So AI understand this. It tend to mimic human. So when you say explain for 10 years, you know that you are absolutely a beginner who do not know anything about AI. Yeah, so that is what it should be. But this particular statement, the number one, is just what is AI. Is yeah, you tell about AI, but he doesn't know how you want. He just give you general explanation, layman explanation, and that might not be what you are really looking for. So if you ask what is explain AI for a research paper, or what explain AI for an article, you want to use it for an article for publication in LinkedIn. If you see the way it's going to tell you about AI, he knows the audience, target audience, what they want to see. He's going to craft it to suit the people in LinkedIn. If you say, explain AI for a workshop or for lecture, as for a lecture note, then you know you are now a lecturer. So he to position himself as a lecturer, teaching students about what AI is. So you must be able to understand, we call it personalization. You need to be personalized whom you are. So it must be very clear. Specific. Being too broad to generic response. Like you see, the first one here is being too broad, and narrowing the focus help model to generate relevant content. The second one is more narrow. It narrows it to the understanding of a 10-year-old. So you see here, you see, write a business plan. It's poor. Business plan, you just writing a bit, is poor. But when you say, write a one-page business plan for an online grocery, delivering setup, serving Abuja, Nigeria. Now you see he's going to craft a better business plan because he knows it's an online grocery and it's a startup, and the target audience are residents of Abuja, not just residents in Lagos or residents in Enugu or Sokoto or Kaduna, but Abuja, and not residents in London or New York. So you know the kind of resident, the kind of people there, government, mainly government officials and things like that. So these are the kind of people that are going to be within this environment. But when you see write a business plan, yeah, AI might just okay. Even if it did not ask you more questions, because in so many cases these days, if you become too vague or too broad, they will want to narrow it down for you. They keep asking you so many questions before they deliver any output for you. But if they don't want to do that, they'll just use a generic template. They can write a business, they can use a business plan, they can use a fintech business plan for you. And what we are really looking is for business plan for grocery delivery. So it's now left for you. When this is done, you can on your own start customizing it for delivery, taking a lot of time, so which you don't need, because the purpose of us using AI is not because we are dumb. It's not because we cannot write. It's not because we don't know anything. It's because AI is going to help you save time. It's going to help you save time, and it become a foundation where you can leverage and do a better work. It has access to more data, more information than you are. You might have read about business plan in one textbook, but AI has been trained about business plan with more than 1 million textbooks. So if both of you here are trying to compete on who can write a better business plan, you cannot beat the AI, not because you are not intelligent, because you don't have access to the amount of information the AI have. So that's why we are leveraging on that. Context. Good prompts often provide background info to guide the AI's understanding. That is context. We briefly talked about context engineering last time. If you are now trying to write a business case or a business plan, you can feed AI all the information, notes, all the requirements you gather, data, everything you have about that startup already. You can feed AI with that as enabling information to start with. So with that, AI is already have got a lot of information from your startup company, what you've done, what you've achieved, what you've proof of concept, and a lot of things. So why then trying to craft a business plan for you is going to be easier, because you already have a context, already have a background information. Yeah, please put yourself on mute. Please, if you are
what I want you guys to do,
Esther,
you guys see in trust that is not automated. Let's automate it. And let's go to other departments and replicate it. I can't imagine that.
Okay, so that is, we already know about contexting is very good aspect of prompt engineering. Poor prompt creates a training guide. Good prompt creates training guide for onboarding new sales rep as a SaaS company using Salesforce CRM. Format. While creating a prompt, you must use a particular format. Yeah, so look at this one. Structure your prompt in a way that clearly signals the expected format or style. So you must have a style you want. If you are creating an ad, you might create a general ad, just very generic ad. I've seen so many generic ad on Facebook or social media. But you see a professional ad, advertisement, it must have what we call to action. At the end of the advertisement, it must tell you to do something. So many articles. You see professional article writers, you know, they will always drag you to do something. By the time you start finishing reading the article, you find yourself filling a form. So they've convinced you. So you must have a format. So it's extremely important. Let's look at this one. This is just summarize this. It's very vague, very generic. But let's look another summary, using summary as well. Summarize the following article in 3 bullet points with a call to action at the end. You can compare the two. So, a good prompt is clear, is specific, is contextual, and is well formatted. The better the prompt, the better the results. And that is what prompting is all about. That is prompts. So that is how a good prompt should look like. Okay, let's look at this this prompt, using a prompt, a good prompt, applying a good prompt for a professional CV for a project manager. How can we create a project manager CV? Clearly define the tasks for the AI. See here, that is task instruction. That's task number 1. That's by the time we put all these tasks together, task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, and task 5, we are going to come up with a very good and strong CV. You see, clearly define the tasks for AI. Now you are telling AI what to do. Write a professional summary for my CV as a project manager. So for some of us who are using AI to write CV, you might have been using it to write CV all the time and you are not getting results. But some people will use it to write a CV and you see them, they'll be getting attention here and there. Any person, they'll just be getting job here and there. Job will be pursuing them because they've come to understand how to use this, you know. So some of us are really winning it, like somebody like Odenaka now, she just, because she come to understand this, how this AI was and the problem, and she's been applying it very diligently. You know, she's now, job is chasing her around. She's not looking for job. Anywhere they see her, see everybody want to work. Everyone want to work with her. Everybody want to work with her. Even last week, she got a job in Nigeria. She got a job in America. She got a job in the UK. It's her CV. That's what they see. It's about good prompting. You might be extremely intelligent. You might be first class, but your CV is not representing you. Nobody knows you are first class. And even if you are first class, you can just write you are first class. But what they are seeing do not portray somebody who have first class in the CV. They are not going to believe that you really have a first class. So it's important. So let's look at how we can use this to create a CV summary. We are talking about only the professional summary here. So first, role assignment. Tell AI what it should act as to improve relevance. So here say act as a certified career coach who specialize in project management roles. Data inputs or context. Provide background so that the AI knows what to base in response on what you're trying to do. We must provide context. That is data or is important. We talk about context. So here is the contents. Here is my experience. 3 years managing software implementation projects. Prince2 certified. Strong stakeholder engagement skills. So you provided this is what you have. Data they can leverage on to do more response. You've provided context. Then you come here to the output. How do you want the output to look like? What format? What is the style of the output? Specify how the results should be structured or formatted. So you say example, present the summary in 3 concise bullet points suitable for top section of a CV. And then constraint. Add style, tone, or word limit. Use confident but professional tone and a maximum of 60 words. And that's it. That's the just professional summary. So if you just say write a professional summary as a project manager, they'll just pull out anything they think that is pullable and give to you. But now you've laid a strict condition for the work you want the AI to do for you. So at this moment, you have to be seeing AI as your assistant. Okay, as like AI is now a consultant and you are the client. You must give specific information about what you want to get from your consultant. If you go meet your lawyer, just if you want to engage, maybe you see AI as your lawyer, or you see AI as your doctor, or you see AI as your career coach. Try the way you try to be very specific with your medical doctor when you are telling medical doctor about your problem, so that medical doctor should be able to give you a special medication that will cure you. Or when you want a very good lawyer, intelligent lawyer to represent you and win your case, even a case that is not winnable, you can see a very intelligent lawyer can twist things around. I've seen that so many times. A case that is not by every generic standard, you say that this case is not winnable. You know, but a good lawyer can do that. I've watched a movie. It's an old movie, but it's evergreen. You know, This case is a very complex case, but have any of you watched A Time to Kill? Time to Kill is a very good movie in the in the 80s. I think that was the movie was really, but it's Everly Green. I think everyone should go watch it. This movie is very good. So this is the kind of thing AI can do for you. They can turn thing around. What you think that is undoable, they can turn it around. And because it's done, it has done anything that a human being has ever done, I want to tell you that AI can do it for you. Even a situation you think that is undoable, they can turn things around for you. But how? With good prompts. So now you see all these tasks we call it prompt chaining. We are going to chain all these tasks together. We chain number 1, number 2, number 3. We put all of them together. That's how we are writing. That is, we call it engineering. You think just come and write. So that's why it's an engineering, aspect of it. So we put it one by one. Then after putting it one by one, this is 5 prompts. We've created 5 prompts. We put it together as one prompt. And now you see it, we put it together. Now it now become a reusable template. That is what we are going to be doing. You see this reusable template. This is going to be a lot of money. I told my student before that this is how so many of us are going to be making a lot of money. You think this is easy? It's not easy to craft a prompt like this. So when you be able to craft a prompt that delivers, when somebody uses this, every employer will be looking for him or her. This is what we call value. If you put it out there for sale in the market, people are ready to buy it. That is what value you are going to. So you can create as many as possible because AI is still very new. We are seeing a lot of things are still being on the build. But I know very soon what we are going to have is a very big marketplace for prompt marketplace, where you can just go with a prompt. So many of us are lazy to sit down and start writing or crafting this. And when you think that AI is very easy to use, you can use it to create your CV. You create generic CV and you apply for work and you get tired of applying. Then that way you know that it's not as easy as you think. That you cannot just use AI to create a CV and get a job. But you are somebody who knows how to craft it, somebody who is an engineer will do it, and just one CV, the person will get up to 3 jobs. That is the difference. So look at the reusable template now we put together. Act as a career coach. Write a dash number bullet point. You can say 3 bullet points, professional summary for my CV. You put the job title as a project manager, as an accountant, as business analyst, as AI prompt engineer, as you can put any kind of job title. I have X years of experience. You can use X years, you can say 2 years experience. You put responsibilities or industries, focus. You put relevant certification, and strength in you put some of the skills you have. Use a tone. You put a tone, official tone, whichever tone you want them to use, professional tone, soft tone, romantic tone, depending on if you are trying to convince a lady or talk to your boyfriend. The tone you can use, you can just put romantic tone. Or you're trying to send a love letter. If this is a love letter, of course, it's going to be, the tone here is going to be romantic. So, and keep the response under how many limits. You give instruction 60 words, or how many words you want, you keep it to that. So with this kind of arrangement, you can create a very good professional CV summary. With this kind of prompt, you can write any kind of article, white paper that delivers. That is what we are looking at. But if you just come and say, put a very generic prompt, it's going to bring something, but what is going to bring, is it going to sell? It might not sell. Example, the project manager CV summary prompt template version. Now, you see these prompts now, prompt templates. This is a reusable template. Anybody can use this template. You have converted it into a proper prompt. It's no longer a template. This one here is reusable template. Anybody can use it, but this is now a prompt. This is what a prompt looks like. So be careful, understand what template is and what the real prompt is. From the prompt template, you can create a prompt. And from the prompt, you can then create the output. So, and this prompt template, we came about this prompt template, we break it down into simple activities. You know, after every, we chain all of them together. And when we chain them together, it becomes a template. And from this template, we got the prompt we are looking for. Now we've got the prompt. Look, let's read the prompt. As a certified career coach, write a 3-bullet point professional summary for my CV as a project manager. I have 3 years experience in software implementation projects, Prince2 certified, and strength in stakeholder engagement and digital transformation. Use confident tone and keep the response under 60 words. So that is the prompt. So this prompt, you go and put it in any AI like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Cloudy, and the rest of them. They are going to come up with a professional summary for you that can attract a serious hiring manager. So now this is what you've been able to achieve. Results-driven project manager with 3 years of experience leading successful software implementation projects across agile and waterfall environment. Prince2 certified with proven ability to deliver on time, within scope and budget, skilled in stakeholder engagement, cross-functional team leadership, and digital transformation. Of course, who will read this and will not think about, well, giving this guy a chance, even if with what I've seen, it will let me read more it will help, it will motivate me to go through the CV, read the whole CV. Because that is it. When we are talking about this CV, if I read the first 2 lines, when I have so many CVs waiting for me to go through, if I read the first 2 lines, that will determine if I will even finish this professional summary. But if I finish the professional summary, let me look at the experience this guy got. If I've used the way I crafted this professional summary to craft my work experience and the whole CV, you see I'm getting an interview. So it's now left for you to go and deliver. If you go there and mess yourself up, well, it's no longer AI's fault. Is it AI's fault at this point when AI have delivered you before the hiring manager for you to, it's not AI, so it's not your fault. So while you've done this, you have to equally go prepared for the interview. So yeah, that is how a good prompt, we are trying to understand how a good prompt is looking like. That is the anatomy of a good prompt. So a good prompt should have these possessions. See it here. You must have the instruction. Tell the AI what you want AI to do for you. You must have a rule assignment. You must give AI a role. You must impute data or context. You must have output format. And you must have a constraint. You know, these are the minimum. You can add more, but this is the minimum. And that's it. Tips. This can further be tailored into specific domain like fintech, healthcare, or government projects. Yes. It can equally be, make it a fintech project, make it a healthcare project, or make it a government project. So this is, if you want to have a good prompt, example of component of a good prompt, just like I've stated, you say you must have task instruction, role assignments, task instruction description, clearly state what you want the AI to do. Example, list technical and professional competencies for a CV. You must give instruction. Role assignment. Specify a persona for the AI to assume. You must give AI a role. It's either you tell AI you must be a chartered accountant, or tell AI you must be a lecturer. Tell AI you must be a prompt engineer, or you must be a cyber security professional. Here's act as an expert for project management industry. Context. You must provide background where the AI will leverage to do the work. Provide background information like the job title, experience, tool, certification, etc. The more, the better. The more context, the better. So, like example, role, project manager, 3 years experience, Prince2 certified, familiar with Jira, and so on. And output format. You must provide the format you want. Define how you want the response to be structured. Provide the competency in a clean bullet point list. Here's bullet point list. And constraints. You wouldn't want AI to write a two-page of just summary. CV summary will become two-page. You don't need that. If you've used, how many of you have used this AI was from China, is the Chinese AI coming, is called DeepSeek. How many of you have used DeepSeek? Anyone here who have used DeepSeek? So tell me what you have used. Okay, if you have used DeepSeek, then you must have equally used ChatGPT as well. Okay, I want you to tell me if there's anything you've noticed between these two AI. Can you tell me? Can you tell us? Tell us. Okay. Jemima, Simon, can you tell us?
Good evening.
Mm-hmm.
The difference I noticed is DeepSeek gives more detailed explanation or give more detailed results than ChatGPT.
Okay.
Because it takes time. It will break down your prompt, make you even understand what you wrote first, then give you the output. That is the thing I noticed.
Okay. So the point I'm making here is that, okay, if you want to use this DeepSeek, because DeepSeek is conditioned to be extremely detailed and provide a lot of as many information as well. And now you want to use DeepSeek to write a CV, just CV summary. It might end up giving you a full page as a CV summary. Are you getting my point? Yeah. So with this, if you don't give constraint, it will continue to keep blabbing until because what it knows about what you are looking there, it knows too much. So you condition it for the amount of text you want. So it's extremely important. So although whichever one you are using with prompt engineering, you are going to get. And for instance, for let's say ChatGPT, which you said is less detailed, it can just give you something that is not enough. It might be so sketchy and you might not like it. So instead of allowing it to give you a sketchy, it might be on point, but it's sketchy and you don't want it that sketchy. So you just constrain it to the amount of wording you want. So you have to put everything together for it to work. Okay. Reusable prompt templates. We've seen one already. And this is a template here. Act as a professional CV expert, generate a technical and professional competency section for a CV. Role, experience, certification, tool, and methodology. And format outputs as a bullet point list. Use concise professional tone and limit it to X point. And when you combine this, just like if you extracted this, combine this, you are going to get a full combined template like this. So this is a prompt. You can see it's this is a prompt. Here you see, act as a professional CV expert in the project management field, generate a technical and professional competency section for a CV. The role is project manager. Experience 3 years. Certification Prince 2. 2 is the tool methodology. Formats the output for a clean bullet point. Use concise and professional tool. Limit to 10 points. So that's it. And the prompt output, technical competencies. You see here, this is the technical competency. How many of you add technical competencies in your CV? It's important here as aspect of CVs. I've seen so many of us, even at big people, and their CV is not given at all. You must learn how to write CV in order to get good. It's extremely important. Some people I see using that good method of CV. I can't remember when we used that kind of CV last. Nobody is going to talk to you in this era. You must look at this professional competency. Some of you do not know that there's, well, all of us should be aware of that, even while you are not getting job, is because there's what we call application tracking system. When you bring your CV, it will first come scan the keywords on the CV. If you do not have enough technical keywords, you just chuck your CV on the bin. And you'll be crying, I applied for 100 jobs a day, and nobody is getting back to me. You go and cry, you go to Father Mbaka, you go to Pastor Jerry, you go, no, it's not because nobody is in the village which hunting you. It's just because you're not doing the right thing. Not a witch hunt. Simple. It's not witch hunting. So, yeah, I'm too. I used to be in those when it's small, the village people, you start praying and but yeah, I'm not saying there is no evil forces, don't get me wrong. But so many evil forces around us are the evil force around. So many of us are evil passion against yourself. You refuse to do the right thing. Even if when you're supposed to learn, you keep arguing. You refuse to learn and you want to believe you are always the best. You don't want to open your mind and learn. Even though as I'm teaching this now, some of you in their mind are still saying, what is even this man is teaching? What is it? It's all. So you cannot open your mind to be free and learn. You're already agitated. Is that what I paid my 70,000 for? To come and be learning this, So some of you are that. So in that situation, you are the weapon fashioned against yourself. Nobody is. So that is it. So we have to learn this basic small thing. For us to become a good engineer, all these small things I'm putting in, when we pass through all these stages, we might not come back for it. It's gone. It's the elementary aspect of it. But if you did not learn it the way it's supposed to be learned, when we get into the technical aspect here, we start building. You will know that at some point, when you are building AI agents, you are going to need this kind of prompts to feed your AI agent, the agent you are building. If you don't know it, then your AI agent you are building is not going to perform, because you know how to build agents, but you don't know how to write a prompt to feed your agent. And that is what so many of us are doing. Somebody like Ordinakara, their job is feeding the agent. They are training the agent, training the language model with info. So these are the kind of things some of us are going to be doing on daily basis as AI engineer. You need to understand all these and do it small by small. So don't look down on it. At the point I'm making here. So you see this prompt will combine here. We crafted it from here. You see? So when you want to, if you learn how to use this component, learn how to use this component first. I'll give you this is a template that'll help you to write a prompt template. I've given you the component. Once you put them up together, it becomes a template. From this template, you see it, I kind of script this table. From this table, I form this template. That is one thing you have to start learning how. Don't learn how to write prompts. After this night, I want you take home from this lesson is that I don't want you to learn how to write a prompt. I want you to learn how to create a prompt template. Reusable template. Anybody can come and borrow you. Can I use your template? Anybody can use it. A banker can come and use, can I use their template? A pharmacist can come, can I use their template? Please send me a template. I want to create. This is, once you have a template, then you are not, because you know how to create a template, or you have template like this. So if you have templates for creating some CV summary, CV competency section, cover letter, how many templates? These are different templates. Don't want to create one template for all of these. Learn how to create small templates. Over time, when you become a professional, then you can learn how to chain this template together. And once you do it, boom, it's going to create a full CV for you, create cover letter for you, bind it together, even package it and send it to you as in a folder. All those things are possible. But don't be too fast to go get the full, know how to build it. These are the building blocks of becoming a prompt engineer. These are the building blocks of creating a CV. CV is not as easy as you think. Creating CV is not as easy as you think. If you have to repeat after me, I want you to say it. Creating CV is not as easy as you think. Because some of you will go to university, you will spend 4 years or 5 years in the university, and you will learn and get certificates. You are very patient for 4 or 5 years to graduate. You graduated with a good grade, good and fine. You come out, you will not even have patience to craft a good CV that will represent you. All you want to say to everybody to know that you have first class or you have 2-1. Before anybody wants to, I have first class, I have distinction. They are not interested. They want to see your CV. That is a reflection of you. There is not that certificate. Because certificate will just say you attended this university and you came out with this. The CV will tell a story about you. Even if you have a pass, and there is a story you told in your CV, it can be so inspiring. I want to see this guy. That is what is representing you. That is your lawyer. Your CV is your your best lawyer in the whole world that can help you to win a case. A CV will help you to get an interview. And that is it. That is how far it can bring you. The rest, you do it for yourself. But it's not easy for you to come at the point you are going to become facing face to face and looking at the hiring manager. It's not possible. It's not easy. So you need a CV. that will represent you. So the point, all this story I'm saying is, you see how I'm taking my time. Every part of CV is a building block. I take my time to craft every block, every block, every block. By the time I finish building it, once I throw it, I can use one CV to even kill up to 5 fishes. And that is it. So that is how we build using prompt. That's what prompt can do for you. If you want to learn it, use it block by block. It's going to be a building block for you. Learn every aspect of it. Yeah. Learn how to create a reusable prompt template. After learning how to create a reusable prompt, then it's going to be easy for you to create a template, to create a prompt itself. Once you create a prompt, it's now going to be easy for you to create the CV for yourself. Or I'm just using CV as an example. I'm not, because there are so many other things we can use prompt to do. You can use prompt to create a business plan. If you are a project manager, you can use it to create your project plan. You can use it to create so many aspects of your work. You can do your work very well. You know, so that is it. We're coming to that, where we're going to look at different rules where we can apply. But this is just, you see, what I'm saying is that while we are still learning, well, that's why I'm using, while we are still learning, I want you to go and start looking at your CV to know whether it's badly created. So I used to create a lot of CVs for my students, but at this point, I want you to be learning that thing I'm doing that I used to create that badass CVs that delivers. And while you are learning, you can equally be refining your CV as the AI prompt engineering class is going on. But I like my class. As with the first day, the second day, you already started reaping. You can reaping. You being able to create your CV without telling me to send you CV template is a big win for you. If you want all these professional CV writers to write CV for you here in the UK, be ready to drop £400. And I've seen a friend who've gone there after £400. They wrote rubbish for the lady. The lady came back to me and I crafted a CV and she got a job and a job and a job. So that's it. So that's it here. And so let's look at, quickly look at prompt pattern. Prompt pattern are structured formula that guide AI to generate high quality, predictable, and useful output. They combine essential elements of good prompt design, instruction, context, rule, format, and construct into repeatable templates. So common structure, instruction, inputs, and output. This idea is straightforward task where clarity is the key. It tells AI what to do, what to work on, and how to format the results. Example, summarize this article in 3 bullet points. Here is breakdown, instruction, summarize, input this article, and output 3 bullet points. Then we'll have rule plus task plus constraint. Use this when you are writing, when you want the AI to respond from the specific professional or expert point of view and follow certain limits. example prompt, act as a CV expert in project management. I will provide background information. Your task is to write 3-sentence professional summary. Use a formal tone and 8 words. Breakdown. Role: CV expert. Task: write a professional summary. Constraint: 3-sentence. Formal tone and maximum of 80 words. And then here it becomes a reusable template. As a role, I will give you the input context, your task, you put the task, keep it, you put the constraint. That's it. And the reference here is a structured, natural, good prompt. The task instruction should be, your task is to write a CV professional summary. Role: act as a project manager. Data input: actual information. And output format, keep it constant. This is just like what we're repeating what we said before. So it's important that we memorize or pay attention on these particular instructions, like task instruction, role assignment, task data input or context, and output format. These are key things that can give us a good prompt. If we have this, then we're not going to have much with our prompting. This is still the early stage of it. If we understand all this, once we get it, we can create different types of prompt, and then we can start chaining them together to create handling large or complex scenarios. But with this, what we want to understand or we want to learn now is just how to write a basic prompt, basic good prompt. So over time, we're going to be learning how to chain all these prompts. You can chain all these prompts, and what that was called prompt chaining, and we can solve a very large or complex problem using all these small building blocks. We chain all of them together, and it will help us to create a very large template that can solve complex problems. Prompts will have what we call hallucination in AIs. At times, AI will not be able to respond with your prompting. We do what we call prompt debugging. So prompt debugging is the process of reviewing and improving your prompt when AI responds inaccurately or irrelevant or confusing. So when AI is not responding very well, then you might want to go and debug your prompt, just like the way you debug your code. For some of you are developers here, you know that when you are not getting the right results with your code, all you need to do is, there is an error, you start debugging. It's the same thing with prompting. When so many cases you send a prompt to AI and it's not exactly what you want, because AI is machine, it's not a spirit. At times it makes mistake. I want you to know that it makes mistake. When a situation like this occurs, when the AI starts hallucinating, call it hallucination, then you have to refine your prompts. Example, sign of a poor prompt: a vague or off-topic response. Example of a prompt: tell me about business. The request is too broad. AI may give you a general or irrelevant overview. In a situation like that, because tell me about business is not for, if you look at it very well, you see that you are the problem here, because even if you are not using AI, even if I'm the person you're asking this question, I will come back to ask you, I don't understand. What do you mean by a business? Tell me about business. About which business? So it happens, AI is a mimic of human beings. So if AI can respond as well, but in their own case, they will tell you, they'll ask you for more information if you are coming with this kind of off-topic or vague prompt. Repetition or hallucination. There's what we call hallucination in AI. It's very common. So if you are going to be engineer, which you are already becoming, you must understand that AI hallucinates a lot. A lot when AI is talking, you are saying A and AI is saying B. You know, at times it happens like that. Of AI is talking a different thing from what you ask AI to do. Explain how to use marketing tools. So marketing tools to grow your yard. Issue: redundancy or clear phrasing may confuse the model, leading to repetitive or made of. Yeah, that is hallucination. You see here, I say, explain how to use marketing tools. You see here is a repetition, and is not really going to AI. Some AI, a matured AI like ChatGPT is extremely matured. It can, you know, ignore some of this and still come up with a very good outcome. But some will not process your prompt because of this repetition. So it can come up and start telling you another thing. It hallucinates a lot when AI is not responding. Hallucination is when AI is not responding to your prompt as it should be, or not coming out the way you expected it. It happens a lot. So when such a situation happens, then you have to refine or review your prompt, look at your prompt, refine it, and send it back. Or you can start a fresh conversation. At times, all you need to do is start a fresh conversation. You find out that at that point, AI might be weak. You cannot continue on that trend again. You must have reached your limit. Some AI are programmed that a conversation, when you get to some certain level, it can't continue with that conversation. So when you start conversing with the AI and it has reached its limit, anything you are saying will be, the response will become off point. Everything. So in a situation like that, some mature AI will tell you, I've reached my limit. You can start another conversation. And whatever you are conversing with her at that point, they are not saving it. It's going to be off memory. So maybe their memory is full within that particular text or conversation or thread. So hallucination is something we fix. It's not a big deal. At some point, you can just there's so many ways I do how I do my. You can review your prompt, refine your prompt. You can even restart your AI or even start a new trend. So fixes: add structure, list. For a better prompt, list and briefly explain 5 marketing tools that small business can use to grow their brand. Structure: your answer in bullet points. So if you look at these two, you see that this is a better prompt. Clarify ambiguity. Anywhere there is ambiguity, try to clarify the ambiguity. Is going to help. Look at this. Tell me about growth. It's a bit vague. It's vague. So you need to refine this kind of prompt. Like I said, anything you said to AI is already a prompt, but some of them are not going to carry weight. So after you refine it, you say, explain how startup achieve user growth in their first year through digital marketing. All of us will believe, looking at these two statements, we know that the second statement is a better statement that will get a better answer. Break into smaller steps. When I started, I said it's better to cut it small and chain it together. It's going to come up stronger and more effective. That's a better way to handle AI. Everything, try to break them down into smaller steps and chain them together. For instance, here, too complex. Give me a full marketing plan for my product. You see, by the time it comes, it might not be strong enough, or just say, give me, write me a full CV, a full project manager CV. Yeah, we'll write you a full project manager CV, but it's not going to be strong as the one you break down, or the one you build with building blocks. They cannot be the same. So try to cut it down into smaller prompts and then chain it together. Improve sequence, list target audience persona for a vegan skincare brand. 2, suggest digital channel to reach each persona. 3, generate 1 week ad campaign outline. This is a very beautiful plan. You can't compare these two prompts. You can't compare them. When you give both of them to AI, this person with a breakdown activity or breakdown prompt is going to get a better score than you with this smaller and then vague prompt. So, as a prompt engineer, you must be patient. You must take time to craft what you give to AI. No matter how you are in a haste, or if you want a better result, you need to be calm. You need to understand how to break it down, write it, chain it together to get effective prompting. So, takeaway, just like coding, prompts require testing, refinement, debugging. Debugging ensures your prompts are structured, scoped, and they're understood correctly. So the AI delivers better outputs when you understand, when you debug, when you test, when you refine. So you have to always test your prompt. You have to always refine your prompt. You have to always debug. Treat prompt as a code. Everything we do to our code, do it to prompt. Don't look at prompt as because we understand this is a natural language we understand. That is why so many people are going to be failing in this prompt engineering, because we feel that it's natural language. Yeah, it's natural language, but the way you craft it will determine the kind of results it's going to perform or the outcome. Yeah. So here we have assignments. Assignment here is prompt debugging and improvement. CV data analyst. Objective is understand how to identify and improve prompts using reusable templates and prompt design principle. For prompts here, data analyst CV, professional summary section, and the prompt, write a summary for data analysis. 2, technical and professional competency section, technical and professional summary section, list some skills for data analysts. So this data analyst CV here is poor prompt, and I want us to improve it. So yeah, that is our task. Improve the prompt using reusable templates discussed above. We already have a reusable template. So you go use it and solve this problem. Deliverable, what to submit? Your original prompt and your improved prompt template and generated outputs on the improved prompt. So it's clear. The instruction here is clear. So I want to see it as soon as possible. I'm going to share this note immediately so that you can lay your hands on this assignment. And this is a reusable template to have here. Everything we are doing here is reusable template. This is it. Component here, reusable template is here, and you have so many reusable. By the time you go through all these reusable templates, you should be able to create a reusable template and create a prompt and create an output. So that is what I expect you to do at this point. So yeah, I'm sorry guys, I have a meeting waiting for me by 8:30 and it's already 8:35. I'm already 5 minutes late. So if you have question, put it on the section, or you can write it down. Tomorrow I'll make sure we treat any question we have on this before we start our session. Is that clear? All right, thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow by this time. Yeah. So please endeavor to participate. It's extremely important so that you won't be lagging behind. And the session, I will make sure that this video is going to be uploaded as soon as possible. And the ones you've missed, everything should be on the course portal. Please try as much as you can to enroll. If you don't know how to enroll, ask questions. We have admins here to assist you. It must not be me. As a matter of fact, if you want a faster response, try to go to the other admins. Try to ask them for help. It will take longer when you are coming to me to ask me for technical support, because that is not my duty. My duty is to teach. Any other technical support, admin, you can do this, you can look. The people that will help you faster are those technical support. But most of you will want to come to me to do everything for you. It's going to prolong your case. I will always respond to you. I will always follow your case. But the best, for you to get the best out of the system or the platform, try to equally use other admins. Thank you. Please let me be rushing and so I won't be so much late.